This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. The grandstands were a sea of red in 2019 thanks to the commemorative hats in honour of the late great Niki Lauda, who took home victory of course back in 1984. And it's a sellout crowd once again here today. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Gardner. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast, so they'll be disappointed, won't they?
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, and Norris, Bottas, Leclerc, Kvyat, and Lance Stroll, Ocon, Sainz, Kevin Magnussen, and Matsushita, Albon, Gardner, George Russell, and Giuliano Alesi, Latifi, Giovinazzi, De Vries, and Romain Grosjean sits at the back of the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
We might be looking at another bottom half finish again today, unless we can take advantage at the race start and gain a few places.
Alright, welcome everybody to another JDM racing video for my team F1 2020. We got caught out in Q2, so there was interchangeable weather. First, Q1 was wet, fully wet. Q2 was, it should be noted though that Q1 was intermediate tyres, so it was wet. It was wet enough. It was almost looking like wet tyres were going to be needed, but it was like the heavy end of intermediate. Q2, it was wet the whole session, and wet tyres were required for the whole session, apart from maybe like the last 2 minutes. And I went out with like 4 minutes to go on a full set of wets to see if like the track had dried, and I could try and get a few more tenths to make myself safe, because I was in about 6th place at that time. And then it dried out properly, so the time it took me to get back to the garage and then switch on to inters, I wouldn't have been able to get back round, and so it was a mistiming. So, and in actual fact, we were like slower than pole by like 2.7 seconds in that Q2, and I think the next person up from us in 15th was sort of like plus 1.6, so we were a good second slower than the next person, so we really missed the weather window. So it dried out quick, which was crazy. So yeah, we're starting 16th. We're going to see if we can make our way up. I think, yeah, we probably start on the harder compound and then go softer. Although I think, yeah, I want to go slightly longer on the medium tyre. Not quite sure why it's give us the soft for the longer stint. That's quite strange, but there you go. See if we can get some points. We're trying to get this 3rd place in the constructors as well, so deep breath, here we go. So I noticed that for the majority of this first lap, I didn't say a single word. So I'm providing like post commentary just to kind of fill this gap in a little bit. Otherwise it's going to be extremely boring just watching. I mean, there's action, but there's just no talking. So the plan was to just try and get as many positions here as possible. But I knew that with Austria being so busy, and so many cars being bunched tight together, it was going to be extremely difficult to talk and have all this close quarters action going on. So
Keep pushing. Let's capitalize on that first lap.
I made sure to just focus on the racing, get the racing done, and then any commentary I can add in post, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, basically we're coming up on the top 10, and we're really pushing hard to try and make up as many positions as possible. We did get out of shape there, and the Haas has come on the inside. I want to see here, he pays for getting alongside us into turn 1. What is it about Haas's that and coming together with us? I wasn't impressed with that, as you can tell. So now we're just trying to focus forwards and move on to the next people in front of us. Alright, so we're in 11th. We are now. We chuck one up the inside and we make it stick. Now chasing Leclerc.
Some information on Norris. They seem to have an issue.
We'll have to keep a mental note of that if we see Norris in these positions up ahead. Just be aware of Stroll behind. Everybody's got DRS. Oh, we've gone and taken 2. Massive wheel spin and oversteer. The Renault comes through. So Kvyat, but he hasn't got DRS, probably because everybody in front was doing their own thing. We take the position back. Matsushita fancies to go up the inside there. That is absolutely nuts. I've just completely gone wide. I'm shook. I'm shook
Okay,
right now.
focus. We need to stay on form.
I'm going to out-drag him, hopefully. They are getting proper feisty, but now Leclerc... Oh, I thought it was Matsushita for some reason. No idea why. So Leclerc was fighting us hard.
Moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Getting a lot of wheel spin on that corner. We're going to go standard. We're going to boost. Try and keep Leclerc back out of DRS range. I am misbraking at the moment. Or rather just getting my braking wrong. Just to settle back into a rhythm here. Chaotic first couple of laps. I've completely missed the last corner as well.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.1 seconds. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Confirmed.
So here's Norris. If he's still got the problem, we can close up on him. We've maintained the gap to Leclerc. We've taken about 7/10 out of Lando.
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed.
So Lewis Hamilton's out
Okay,
again.
slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Here's Lewis Hamilton in second place. He's got the DRS. Going to close up on Verstappen if he can. Wait, is that... Oh, the engine sounds bad there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he's pulling off. No! Lewis Hamilton! Again with more mechanical gremlins this year. And he's having the absolute worst year for reliability, and he pulls off to the side. Out of second place, he's out of the race. So, unbelievable luck for Lewis Hamilton.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Alright, turning everything up. We can take our teammate. Go for the big dive. He's going to switch back. Leclerc's now going to be on the back of us as well.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
I'm going to try. I think Sergio's coming in.
Sergio is in the pits. Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Here we go then. So embroiled in this fight with the Ferrari. We're trying to catch Norris. Bottas is having a great race as well, actually.
Norris is in the pits.
Follow Norris in. Leclerc's coming in. So everybody's in the pit.
Go, go, go. You'll be racing on the exit.
And Leclerc's beat us
Pit strategy complete.
on the pit strategy.
These tyres through to the end now.
I'm going to try and drag him down here, but he's got DRS. Break him though. We'll take the position back after we lost it in the pits. I don't think Latifi's pitted yet. That's really bad to be losing this much time here. Oh, look how slow he is. Look at how much quicker we are on this soft tyre now. drop Leclerc like crazy. So hopefully Sergio can clear Norris. And we can both push up onto the back of whoever's in third. Try and get this podium.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
Fastest
Keep
lap.
this up.
Just took slightly too much curb on the inside there. Sergio's having a go. I think he's got around the outside of him. Lando's got the DRS. Sergio's going to block the inside. He's kind of buffered him into us there, and that's worked out perfect. It's good team play, that. Now you got to let me go, son. Go. He's going to block the inside. Oh, he pushed us so narrow to the inside of the track there. Oof. That we went so wide to brake so late. He's got the DRS as well. Oh. I'm going to have words with him after the race. We need to push on to Bottas. Chuck one up the inside this time, we make it work. And we get the DRS this time. That was a heart in the mouth job, and then I've got an outbrake myself and put him, well, I was going to say put him right back on the back of me, but maybe he's given up now. Alright, we can see the podium. Not got that much fuel to play with. Go for the big dive on Bottas. Got it.
Verstappen's out in front.
Now after Ricciardo. Take him as well. Those two are embroiled in a battle behind us now. Push Ricciardo back into Bottas. So hopefully that gives us a bit of a breathing space.
This is your
DRS.
final lap, final lap of the race.
DRS here, closing. Right on the back of him now. DRS, ERS. Took a little bit of the grass. Thought he was going to try and come back on the outside. Now we've got a problem with our DRS. It's not stuck open. I don't think it's going to work. He has DRS, but we got the second place.
Nice
What a
work.
race.
You did well today. I think the boss will be happy with that one.
From 16th to 2nd.
A fantastic team effort to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well,
Max
honestly,
was in a league of his
it's down
own.
to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Gardner. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So no changes to the tables, but we are consolidating third place in front of McLaren and Mercedes dominating at the top. We are now closing up to the Red Bull drivers in the Drivers' Championship as well. And Lewis Hamilton dropping out of the race. There's a good race from Bottas too, but Lewis Hamilton again dropping out with the DNF, and then Max winning. So all of the work he's been doing trying to claw those points, that points deficit back in the table, it's come to naught again. It's 2016 all over again. So Lewis gets off pole. It looked like he was just away and gone. We tried to make as many positions as we could off the start. We knew we were on the harder tyre to start with. Lots of action all the way through the field. But we also knew that we were... yeah, that was the Haas clip in our tyre as we were coming through turn 1 there. We also knew we had a fast car. So we were going to be able... That was what cost us early on. That massive slide. Put us under big pressure. Lots of tyre smudges up the side of the right side pod as well. Very unsettled through that section of the race. Swamped in the midfield. On the wrong tyre as well. slow-mo shot. This was the one on Sergio. Last of the late breakers. We had to get that done quick because we wanted to get onto the back of Valtteri. Which we did. There's some nice aerial shots from the helicopter. And we got the slipstream. Once we knew we were on the back of this chain, I had a good feeling we were going to be able to get second, just because the car felt so drivable. And we were really good on the brakes as well. And then just held in front of the McLaren there at the end. I thought we'd run out of fuel actually. The light was flashing. So, a fantastic race weekend that, I mean, it threatened to be diabolical, but we got a very, very strong result out of it. And also Sergio sets a double high points finish. So we're really looking at keeping hold of that third place and keeping McLaren at bay in the Constructors. So a great weekend. I hope you enjoyed this race. If you did, leave a like, drop me a comment in the comments section, and we will move on to the next race, which I can't remember what it's going to be off the top of my head now. But prize for you in the comments if you can guess which race it is. And yeah, I will see you on the next JDM racing video, where hopefully maybe we could push for a win. Who knows? I think it might even be Silverstone, thinking about it, the next race. So yeah, we'll see if we can maybe get a home win. We didn't go there too well there last year, but I'm hoping with the upgrades we've got, we're going to be at least a bit more competitive now this year. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.